Hello everybody and welcome back to another one of my videos. I would have posted one yesterday, but I've been under the weather. Not feeling good at all. So I'm going to go ahead and give you another one today though. Someone asked me what are the specs of my computer and what settings am I running on. Well, the specs of my computer will be in the comments below, or the description below. And here's the settings I'm running on. I usually be running 1920 by 1200, but I'm running 1080 due to fraps. I don't want to pull that black bar effect in my videos. DirectX 11 with tessellation, soft shadows, HDR, all this is enabled. Ultra all around, Anastrophic 8, MSA 8X. So there you go, you got my settings. So let's go ahead and move on to the replays. Now this battle, this is a demonstration of what not to do if you're a modern military against a traditional military. This guy, he did everything, I think, in my opinion, wrong. Because he's expecting, since I'm a traditional military and I know he's a modern military, he's expecting me to bring out all cav units. So what he does, not something I would have done in his position, because more guns is the better. So I'll go ahead and show you how he set up his, and I'll show you this battle. Coming into the battle, I'm going to be starting off with the Yari Ashigaru up front, a Nagantata Warrior Monk, I still can never pronounce that, Bo Ashigaru, Nodachi Samurai, Katana Samurai, 2 cav units over here, both Yari cav, 2 cav units over here, you got both Yari cav I believe, yep, and my general. On his side, oh, and I also got a ninja unit. I always seem to be bringing ninjas lately with my traditional armies. I might not be doing that much anymore. They're effective, but it really depends on the type of army. I guess the modern army I like bringing them because it's good to take care of them. But on his side, he brings over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spear levies over here, another 3 over here. He has 1 Bokachi and 2 Black Bear infantry. So he only has 2 gun units, a bow unit, and the rest are spears with his general. So he's got a pretty big line, and that's a lot bigger than mine, but I mean, these guys aren't that strong. Look at that, 4 melee attack and 4 morale. I mean, 4 morale, that's pretty bad. I mean, my guys just trump his morale all the way down the field over there. Let's go ahead and watch this attack with my ninjas take place and start it off. Enjoy.
Our hidden units have been discovered, my lord.
My first move is to throw bombs and then run on in. Create chaos with the bombs on one of his gun units. Come in there and slice apart. His gun units is down to 90 already, dropping quickly, down to 84, 83. So he's already dropped basically that entire gun unit. My ninjas are only down to 36 out of 45, which ain't bad. One of his guys are continuously dropping. One of his spear levies is down to 122, 142. Guns are down to 62. My guys are starting to finally waver. At this time, he decides he's going to move his military to the right. He's going to take these guys over here to capture this point. I'm moving my Yari cav around to the backside. I'm going to go ahead and move my guys over here, set them up in the line, get them ready for a full-on spear charge, it seems. My ninjas finally decide to break. But in the end there, my ninjas really did some damage. I mean, let's see here. Down to 52, 130, and 94. That's pretty good. This guy decides he's going to charge a spear levy against my Nagata Warrior Monks. Probably not the best of ideas. On this charge, he's go ahead and already losing a very big amount of people. He's down to 100. His guys are wavering. Their morale sucks compared to mine. I got guys with 12 morale. They've dropped only about 25 units and already killed 113 and continuing. I charged them into another spear unit at the same time as charging my Yari Ashigaru in. At this time I set my generals on their horse and go ahead and put them and stand a fight. Not a good idea. I did that completely wrong. I didn't notice he had 3 Yari calves over here, which he does. He's going to charge him into my katana samurai, which is pretty effective, pretty good. But I go ahead and bring in my Yari calf from behind into his. My guys are down to 69 over here. But I'm going to charge my very veteranized cavalry into the back of his, which is going to be more effective for me. My frontline units are wrecking his front line. His spear units are not doing good at all. Here's mine right here, down to 105, but already killed 70, 82, and continuing. This is his right here. My warrior monks are already up to 230 kills. His units are starting to waver all over the field. I mean, there's not much he could do. His cavalry is getting kicked to crap. Now, I noticed that a lot of our units are both red, but you can tell mine compared to his because his are the ones wavering and running. At this point, I decided to charge my cav into his because I broke both his cav units, so let's go ahead and just take care of his general. At this point, his lines break here. He has 1 returning spear levy at 75 strength, which ain't that great. So I go ahead and pull my units in to attack this Bokachi, since my general is under attack over here from this unit of Black Bear. But I went ahead and put my Nodachi against them, and so they're getting torn to shreds pretty quickly. Let's go ahead and get you a front view on that one as they run away and get sliced. So they're getting run down. Everywhere breaks. They even have these 3 full units here. But with their 4 morale, the rest of their army is breaking. They decide just to break, not even without taking any losses. So there goes that battle. I didn't even have to use this cav back here. I knew it was a bad idea anyways because these are all spear units. So that's that battle. It was pretty good. I mean, he made the biggest mistake though with bringing just all spear units basically. When I'm bringing a traditional army that's full of guys that have a lot better morale and better melee. So he lost that one. Let's go ahead and move on to another replay for you, after showing you the battle statistics for this one. And excuse me for still I'm trying to get this done. I'm way under the weather right now, not feeling too good, so either way I hope you enjoy these battles. There's a couple of them I want to show you. There's probably going to be 3 in this video, maybe just 2, but we'll see. Okay, for unit statistics. My warrior monks got 330 kills, really good. My ninjas got 174. Yari Ashigaru at 156. Yari Cav up 137. So I have a good 6 units of 100 and above. These Katana Samurai, I believe, are the ones that got charged by their cavalry because they lost 83, so I'm pretty sure of that. I left him right in the open, didn't even realize he had cavalry, so that's what happened there. On his side, I mean, you could tell that it was just all bad around for him because, I mean, he didn't even break 50 kills. He's 41 and below. Yeah, these 3 didn't even get into the fight, and the Bokachi here only got 3 kills. Well, there's that one. You got the statistics on this one as well. I hope you enjoyed that one. Let's go ahead and move on to the next video. Here we go. Let's go ahead and give my units here. You got sword attendants up front, Yari Ashigaru behind him, Bo Ashigaru behind him, and Marathon monks behind them. On the right side you got Nodachi Samurai and Katana Samurai, and on my left side you got Nodachi Samurai as well as Katana Samurai. And then you got 3 units of cavalry over here, being Yari Cav, as well as Yari Cav. And my general unit. This is a traditional versus traditional fight. He's going to bring in his armies, which a lot of it's hidden right now, as you can tell, that or he just brought a very small force. He has Avatar's Bodyguard, Yari Samurai, and Great Guard over here. Let's go ahead and get this playing here so we can see what else he's brought into this. He's got his Matchlock Samurai, Matchlock Sam, Katana Sam, Katana Sam, Katana Sam, Yari Ashigaru, Katana Sam, and Nodachi Samurai. Let's go ahead and start this battle off, get it fast forward here so we can see where we're going, what we're doing. I'm sitting here going, okay, I'm going to place my army over here, but I see his cavalry running off to the side, so I'm going to think about positioning my cavalry on my right. He has, let's see, 2 Great Guards, I believe. Yes, 2 Great Guard units. These units are ridiculous. I mean, their charge bonus is 35 and their melee is 15, as well as their morale. So these guys could definitely definitely cream a unit, if not more. So I decided to bring my cavalry in on that. And at the same time, I decided to pull my units up to the front over here into this area here, because their match locks would probably be a very bad idea to give them the angle of fire. Whew, camera went crazy right there. So I pull them up here since I'll have the line of sight. Now let's go over here and watch this charge into their Great Guard. At this time, I figured it probably wasn't a good idea because I didn't realize that these were Great Guard. I thought these were just regular Yari calves, so my units are getting creamed all around. I mean, I lose a Yari cav here, I lose a Yari cav over here. So at that point, I realized that they are Great Guard. I probably shouldn't have came in like I did, but I did. I left my sword attendant back here to capture this dojo. Gives me, let me see here. This one is a armor and melee defense for all units, which is pretty nice. Helps me in the fight against melee. So he brings out one Great Guard unit. One of his other units just took off. He's done. He's out of the fight. But he did come out with one that had 20 horses left. Camera's going kind of crazy today. At the point of setting up my troops here, I realized, you know what, I got the angle of attack. I think I'm going to go ahead and move up a bow unit. I only got one bow unit, this bow Ashigaru. I know I've said before that bow Ashigaru suck, and they do suck, but that's just what I brought in because they have numbers of arrows and they're cheap. So bringing in one arrow unit was fine with me, even though they're crap arrow unit. I'm going to go ahead and fast forward. At this point, I see he's bringing the remaining of his Great Guard behind, so I'm going to drag my Yari Ashigaru up. Kind of do a protection here against him running against any of my units. I'm going to move him around. At this point, I also bring up my bow Ashigaru to face off with his matchlock samurai because I'm going to have the angle of attack here. As well as I bring my general unit. Now, I'm thinking, okay, I know this is Great Guard, but he's low on numbers, so let's just go ahead and march my general unit up there. My general has 22 melee attack, as well as, you know, a pretty good defense here. 13 defense, so I got a pretty good chance. At the same time, I'm going to rush up my Yari Ashigaru against their cavalry. So, yeah, I'm going to lose quite a bit of general units here, but it's good for me, whatever. This time my units here are shooting their bows off, getting some kills on their matchlock samurai. He's trying to move them up so he can get the shots on my guys. He ain't going to be getting them. I mean, the angle here looks good. I'm not sure how much of a shot he really gets, but he's down to 72. He does get a couple shots off at this point. I'm like, okay, I don't want him to have the angle. I also just drove off his Great Guard, but like I said, I didn't want him to have the angle on my bow, so I'm going to back them up so he doesn't have the line of sight, so I can continue just throwing arrows into him. This entire time I did not know I had a Yari Cav come back from retreat over here. So you're not going to see him do anything for a while, which is fine, whatever. See, that's the nice thing. These guys do bring down a lot of arrows, and since they're arrows, they have, you know, they don't need line of sight. They can just pop them over like such. This unit's down to 60 out of 90 just by that arrows. At this point, I see he's running his matchlocks up, so I'm going to go ahead and bring up my units, my Nodachi and my sword attendants here, as well as repositioning my Nodachi on this side to this side. He's going to fall back his matchlocks. He knows it's probably not a good idea. These matchlocks will get creamed. They don't have any great melee attack or morale, in fact. This unit's down to 53, only 3 kills against my bow. This unit has 10 kills against my bow. My bow has 38 kills against him. So on his retreat, he's going to go ahead and push forward again. Let's go ahead and fast forward here a little bit while my bows take care of him. They start to waver because they're just taking way too many losses from my bows, so they break at 31. So I start firing on this matchlock samurai unit. At the same time, I know that he now he's brought him way too close. I'm going to go ahead and rush my sword attendants into them because there's no way he can run away now, and he doesn't have a setup line, so he ain't going to get any shots off. So he decides to charge my guys. Not a good idea because these sword attendants, even though they're sword attendants, they have a very good melee compared to, they have one better melee than him and good melee defense compared to him. So he starts losing a lot of guns here. He's going to run up. His units all boxed up, all in big old mass groups. His Yari Ashigaru, Katana Sam, Nodachi Sam. I'm going to go ahead and get my Yari Ashigaru to face his. Run up my Nodachi Samurai on his right side and position this other Nodachi Samurai to front forward here too. At the same time, I'm going to march all my back remaining units into a position to help support these units if they need it. Right now, they really don't. These guys are dropping them, and this guy already has 60 kills right here in this group. 32 kills here and 32 kills there. This gun unit's still getting wiped out. Whatever. This unit here comes back from retreating. Starts doing very little damage to my sword attendants. He thinks he's going to charge my units here, my sword attendants, which, okay, yeah, he's going to get a pretty good one in there. Well, I'm going to march my my Katana Samurai into his over here. Which my Katana Samurai, they're Chevron 4. They have a lot more attack, 15. His has 12. Mine also has defense and armor, so they're going to have a better fighting advantage. I'm going to bring these units around here because I like boxing them in. Boxing both their units in from each side, from every side. This is when I finally lose my sword attendant unit here to this Katana Samurai unit. At this time, I see I have my cavalry still, so I'm going to bring him around and go right after his general. He's losing his front lines here completely. I still have my bows back here. I still have a Katana Samurai back here and my general over here. I run my Katana Samurai into his over here because I just completely wiped out his over here because with both my Marathon Monks and Katana Samurai. Let's go ahead and get close in on this one. They're just wrecking them. This time my Yari Cav comes into their general. He didn't realize it until it was way too late. He brings them up into his units here. Probably not a good idea to run into your own units like that, especially when my units are completely slaughtering them. I mean, ow. And there all his units just break. That's it. Game's over. I had my rally and my war cries going on, my bonsais and everything. So that guy had, field of view was crap. He didn't have any line of sight with his matchlocks really. I let him push into me, which he did very, 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 very bad at because he grouped his units up way too much, which meant I could surround his units. He as well didn't pay attention to the little cavalry unit I had left coming around on his general side. Let's go ahead and take a look at the unit statistics for this game. Give you a look at that, and I'll see if I have any more replays for you. Really do not like getting sick. This really sucks. It's hard to concentrate on what I'm even doing right now. Alright, I got 207 kills with my Nodachi, 132 with my other Nodachi, 107 here on my Katana, 88 in Yari, 88 bow. See, that bow Ashigaru did pretty good for being, 450 Koku. Usually bow Ashigaru don't do crap, but the way he had his units grouped up, and he just wiped them out. I would never suggest bringing more than one bow Ashigaru, though. It's just they tend to start wasting money the more you get, especially on how you use them. On his side, his Great Guard did the most damage with his Katana Samurai and his Avatar Bodyguard. And that looks about it. His Matchlock Samurai, for the price of these things, didn't do anything worth it. Same as the Yari Samurai. This Yari Samurai only got 6 kills but lost 76. That's pretty bad right there. Well, I hope you enjoyed those last 2 videos. Let's go ahead and see if I have any more for you. If not, I'll go ahead and try to get... Gosh, why do I always do that? If not, I'll try to get a couple more battles going here so I can get more. No, doesn't look like it. So I'll go ahead and play some more. Get some new replays up. Maybe try to do something new. Maybe I'll get back onto my modern units and give you some modern versus traditional from the opposite side. Even though modern versus traditional from the opposite side can be pretty simple if you don't do what a lot of the guys you've seen do on here.